You can drive for a few hours in Europe and cross a border. The landscape barely changes. The mountains are the same, the rivers are the same, the people often look almost identical. And yet suddenly, nobody understands what you're saying. The signs change, the sounds change. An invisible line on a map has transformed the entire world. Which raises a strange question. Why don't we all speak the same language? After all, we are the same species. We share the same planet. We can communicate. So why did humanity divide itself into more than 7,000 different languages? The answer begins tens of thousands of years ago. Long before countries. Long before borders. Long before civilization itself. The first humans lived in small groups. Tiny bands of hunter-gatherers scattered across Africa, and like all human groups, they communicated. No one knows exactly what the first human language sounded like. It has been lost forever. But scientists believe that as humans migrated across the planet, they carried language with them. Then something happened. The group separated. Some moved north. Others moved east. Some crossed mountains. Others crossed deserts, forests, and oceans. And once groups stopped regularly communicating with one another, their languages began to change. Slowly at first. A word changes. A sound shifts. A new expression appears. Generation after generation, these tiny changes accumulate. Imagine if every year you slightly altered the English language. After 1 year, almost nothing would change. After 100 years, conversations would become difficult. After 1,000 years, the language might become completely unrecognizable. This is exactly what happened. Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian all evolved from Latin. 2,000 years ago, the people living in Rome could have understood each other. Today, many cannot. Languages behave almost like living organisms. They evolve, adapt, split. And sometimes they die. But geography also played a powerful role. Mountains separate people, oceans isolate them, deserts limit contact. Throughout history, geography acted like a giant machine creating new languages. Take Papua New Guinea. Despite having a population smaller than many countries, it contains more than 800 languages. Why? Because villages were often isolated from one another by mountains and dense forests for thousands of years. Isolation created difference, and difference created language. But if geography explains languages, what explains nations? Because languages and countries are not the same thing, the United States, Australia, and Canada all speak English. Yet they are separate nations. Meanwhile, Switzerland contains 4 official languages within a single country. So what exactly is a nation? Surprisingly, nations are relatively new. For most of human history, people did not think of themselves primarily as citizens of countries. They identified with tribes, villages, religions, kings, empires. The modern nation-state only emerged over the last few centuries, and when nations formed, language became incredibly important. A shared language creates something powerful. Identity. If you speak like me, understand my stories, laugh at my jokes, and remember the same history, you feel familiar. You become part of my group. Psychologists call this in-group identity. Humans evolved in small communities where recognizing members of your group could mean survival. Language became one of the strongest signals of belonging. Even today, hearing someone speak your native language in a foreign country often creates an immediate feeling of connection. You may know nothing about that person, but the language alone feels like home. And this is why borders can be so emotionally powerful. Because borders do not merely divide land, they divide identities, stories, memories, ways of seeing the world. But here's the strange part. Humanity once may have spoken far fewer languages than it does today. And today the opposite is happening. Globalization, migration, and the internet are slowly pushing the world toward fewer dominant languages. Every 2 weeks somewhere on Earth, a language disappears, forever. With it vanish unique histories, myths, knowledge, and ways of understanding reality. Entire worlds disappear in silence. So why don't we all speak the same language? Because for most of history, humans lived apart, separated by distance, geography, and time. And every separation created something new. A new language, a new identity, a new people. The real mystery is not why humanity speaks thousands of languages. The real mystery is that despite all those differences, we still understand one another at all.